Half of the year is gone already. We are approaching end of June, and that means half of 2024 is already passed. This is a great time to take the time out and reevaluate our plans and goals that we have set to ourselves. There are so many different ways you can plan and set your goals. You can create a vision board, which is great because it kind of wires your brain to be thinking about what you want to achieve, and I think it's a great method. I've created one on Pinterest, which I'm going to share with you. If you're following me on my social media, you will know that I have told you to set your goals at the beginning of spring. I do think that it is the best time to do it. We have already had the time to kind of reassess what went wrong and what went right the past year, and the sun's shining. We have got a lot more energy, and I don't think there's a better time than spring to set your goals. But then saying that, you can set your goals at any time, regardless if it's a Monday, Tuesday, October or May. It really does not matter, as long as you taking a step towards what you want to achieve or what kind of person you want to become. That's all that matters. And I have learned yesterday that my thought process and how I set my goals and how I plan to achieve them actually has a name, and it's an acronym that is START. We've all heard of SMART goals, but how to set and plan START is the way my brain thinks, and I'm really excited to share it with you. And I'm going to make sure to link Alexis' video that goes a lot more in depth about how to set those goals and how to plan for completing the tasks you want to complete. Hey beautiful people, if we have not met before, my name is B and I am a burnt out millennial on a personal growth journey. I share things that I learned along the way, as well as the stuff I've learned during my career break where I've owned a small online business. If you want to connect, I'm going to make sure to link all my socials here, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And this is an amazing way of showing how my brain works, really. I was really surprised to find this. So START is a really great technique to complete your projects and plan them. It really takes a few seconds, but to break it down, S stands for specifying, so what projects you want to complete. For instance, I want to post a video on Tuesday, and then T would be tasks that I need to complete in order to post that video. That would be video scripting, recording, editing, and so on and so forth. A would be assess, so trying to assess how long you actually need for each of those steps. And Alexis, and I agree with Alexis, that said that it's always best to leave yourself some buffer to make sure you have got enough time to do everything that you need to do. It's always better to overplan than underplan. And then we've got R, so we rewind. And then time, we look at the time to finding the time to actually rewind and plan it. So for instance, I want to post video on a Tuesday. I'm looking at a week before that to make enough time that I have assessed before, and I rewind because I go backwards from Tuesday to try and figure out when I want to complete those tasks. So for instance, I'm gonna script the video on Monday. Tuesday I'm gonna record it. Wednesday I'm gonna do a thumbnail and the title, and then Thursday, Friday I'm gonna edit, and then I'm gonna upload on Tuesday, if that makes sense. There are a lot of different ways you can plan and create action plans for your goals. Well, first of all, you have to know what your goals are, so what you want to achieve, what you want to change, what habits you want to build, etc. I have attended a workshop by Ali Abdal in January. It was a yearly alignment workshop, I think, or planning workshop, where he's given us a lot of journaling prompts to look into and try and figure out what we want to achieve and kind of plan towards those things as well. A great journal prompt is, if money were not an object, what would you be doing? Or if money were not an object, would you still be doing your job? If the answer is no, then obviously you're not happy, and maybe it's time to start thinking how you could improve your situation. I really appreciate that not everyone is in a position to quit their jobs and follow their dreams, but that's not the point. If you're really unhappy, there are certain things that make you unhappy. It could be the people you work with, the environment of work, the values of the company you work for, and the amount of hours you work for, or the money you're making. If it's the money, then you can always try and do overtime. You can learn a new skill and freelance. And I know everyone's situation is going to be different. I'm not saying it isn't. I know people have got a lot of obligations like kids, or they're taking care of their parents, or they have got studies and a job and kids. So I appreciate all of those things. Saying that, I am reading an amazing book called Miracle Morning, which was gifted to me for my birthday from one of my closest friends. I've only just started reading the book and I already feel motivated. It's about waking up earlier than you usually would, and it can work with anyone's schedule, because even if you have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, the following morning you have to wake up at 5, take half an hour waking up earlier to do the things that matter, that are going to bring you closer to your goal. Amazing idea. And I did think about it before even I started reading the book, but I think once you read it and you see that it works for someone else, it just brings you comfort and motivates you. I am really struggling with self-discipline. I think everyone is, and I love the idea of feel good productivity, trying to make things more fun, having a morning routine that serves you and you're excited to wake up for. So I'm definitely going to try, and I'm going to bring you on that journey with me, because I'm going to document everything. So they're measurable, actionable, realistic and timely and specific. As much as one of my dreams is to be monetized on YouTube, this is something I'm going to work for. I'm not setting a goal for myself to hit 1,000 subscribers, because I don't have control over those people. I don't have control over the views, but what I do have got control over is the content I'm going to produce to bring those people in, if that makes sense. I want to get monetized because I want to have extra cash. I want to work part-time. I don't want to be in full-time work for the rest of my life. I've decided I'm gonna make a list of tasks that I need to complete, because I feel like the flat I live in, we've been living here for over a year, but it's not exactly ours yet. We haven't made the improvements we wanted to make because we had people staying over, we were traveling a lot. I've already made the list of tasks that I wanted to have completed, and I've input them into a calendar. So I haven't failed terribly at completing these, but I haven't really followed through with them. I definitely need to input them into my calendar and set the notifications and reminders, so I am being reminded at what I'm doing. I'm trying to be intentional with my time. If one of your goals is to stop wasting time online, welcome to the club. And I don't think there's anything wrong with scrolling through Instagram or TikTok or whatever, or YouTube Shorts. That's absolutely fine if you're doing it intentionally, but I find myself doing it without having the intention to do it, and then an hour goes by and I'm still scrolling. Not great. So I've made a whole video about it, but I never posted it. Maybe I will revisit, structure it more and record it again. Another great way to figure out what you want to do with your life, or how much time you actually have in your life, is by creating a ideal week calendar. It's something I have learned from Ali Abdal, and I'm going to make sure to link his video in the description box, as well as It's Modern Millie. She talks about it in one of her videos, how she plans her content and what her content strategy looks like. I think it's very useful. I'm not going to go into too much detail because there's already enough resources for you to check out, and I'm going to make sure to link them in the description box. But the idea is to think about the ideal week and to include everything that already happens in your life, whether it's full-time job, if it's childcare, or any other activities that you're committed to. You include that in your calendar. So by looking at it, for instance, if you're working 10 hours a day, you should still potentially have got 2 hours of that day where you can think about things you want to do. For instance, I work 9 hours a day, I sleep 9 hours as well. So that gives us 18 hours. I'm still left with 16 hours in a day. What do I do with it? I probably waste it, but I can look at it and think, okay, I want to spend 2 hours meal prepping once a week. I want to spend an hour to shower and do my makeup, etc. And I'm still left with 3 hours. So I can choose to spend that time on something that matters, like spending the time with my partner or on my project. And when you look at the miracle morning, if I wake up an hour earlier, I'll have that additional 1 hour in the day to do it. And I am not a morning person. I'm 100% not a morning person. I work from home. So a lot of the time, I tend to wake up 5 minutes before I start, 5 minutes before I have to log in. And I want to change that. And I'm going to take you on a journey with me, and I'm going to do an update, see if I've improved any of it and how much change it's made in my life. The author of the book says that he looked at 6 things that matter, or 6 things that the rich and famous, or the people that are financially free are all doing the same thing every morning. And he's taken the 6 things that were always repeating themselves, and that was meditation, journaling, exercise, reading, and 2 other things I can't remember. I'll make sure to include that list on the screen so you have an idea. So he says that he's woken up in the morning 1 hour early, so that's 60 minutes. He divided it into 6 different tasks, and he spent 10 minutes on each task. He's felt so great after the first day. He started waking up an hour earlier every day, and then because it was giving him so much, he started waking up 2 hours early. And I don't think I'm going to be an extreme case like that. I don't think so, but I definitely want to improve on myself, my skills, and I want to make sense out of my thoughts and my dreams and my goals and my ambitions. So this is definitely something I'm going to try and doing. I'm going to link the book in the description box. I have an Amazon storefront, so I do make money off the affiliate links, but you don't have to follow that link. It's just for you to have an idea, know what the book looks like, and join me on this journey. If you're watching this on a Tuesday, I'll post another update 2 weeks later, and I hope that I'll make some sort of improvement of the goals I want to improve on. But obviously it's very important for me to have a clear idea of the goals I want to set for myself and the tasks I want to complete. And by reading more, meditating and exercising, I know I'm going to be healthier physically and mentally. And if you don't know, physical health and mental health go hand in hand. So if you're going to exercise, your mental health is going to be a lot better. I know not everyone can exercise. I was one of those people when I was flaring with a condition, but it's always good to have some sort of movement. And I'm going to go for walks if I can. And as I said, I'm going to document it, so you'll see what I've been getting up to. And if you decide to join me on this challenge, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. And remember, whatever you do, make sure to love yourself first.